Hello, my fellow limitless HBICs. How you doing this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? And my glasses are gonna bug me. I got a ring light on, and I know that you can see it when I go like this. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to read the questions without me. We'll try. We'll try it out. Okay. I'm not making promises, but okay. Look at the camera, Kim. Stop looking over here, and nobody's over here. Okay. Let's see. Selling myself time. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, or you need a judging, you need me to slap the shit out of you. Some of you need that. Some of you need the bitch slap, and that's okay. I did too back then. I did too. You can email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. Okay, and they just went across the screen too. And I now offer a 5-session package. Because somebody asked me to make a bigger package. So I tried 5, because 6 and above, and some of them, they look like it's too expensive. But whatever. Okay, you asked, I put it up. Okay, I mean, if you want bigger than that, I suppose I can figure something out for you. You know what I mean? But anyway. I also have a channel membership where I go live with my lovely channel members every single Tuesday. We go live in a Google Meet session. Okay, it's fun. We don't marinate in old stories. I have some talk time with y'all. And then we have some tips, tricks. I mean, not trips. Tips, tricks. No, tips and tricks. And successes, like manifestation successes. My fucking mascara. Okay. So, yeah, my lips are bugging me. Y'all know me. I can't go without anything on. Okay. I went to dinner tonight with one of my friends who I've not seen in a million trillion years. So I'm like, I'm wide awake. Okay. Shut up, Kim. Shut up. I also have Instagram and TikTok. I would love for you to come and join me in those platforms, but I understand some of you don't like to, and that's okay. I will eventually get my TikTok lives over here for those of you who shut up, Kim. I know it's annoying, but let's. Obviously, I am answering the super chats from when I went live on May 21st, Saturday. These are the remaining super chats because if any of you watched that live stream, it was abruptly cut off, and you can blame my SP for that because he called. And then we ended up staying on the phone. So blah, 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 blah. It's his fault, not my fault. So why am I struggling talking? I don't know. I'm going to get to work. Okay, so the name is spelled L-Y. So I don't know. Is it Lee? I don't want to butcher your name. So I'm going to say Lie. And we'll see. And if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Okay. So thank you very much for your super chat. Okay. All right. No, he's got to go on. Who am I kidding? Hi. How to handle the 3D when I'm manifesting my SP with who there is just silent time. But someone new showed up acting 100% according to my affirmations. Honestly, it feels weird as I only want my SP. Well, first of all, someone showing up, in case you did not know, that is called a birds before land. So that is what you are experiencing when anyone shows up in your 3D reality, saying the things that you're affirming for your specific person. And obviously this is someone who is interested in you. Yeah, that's birds before land. Birds before land are also, when your friends are getting the relationship that you're manifesting, or you're seeing it on TV everywhere. If you are constantly seeing it within your 3D, it's birds before land. So you are experiencing a birds before land. It's a good thing. It means your focus has been in the right place. Persist through it. Keep going. Now, I'm going to be 100% real with you. I think we should always do what brings us joy. So if entertaining this new person, like just having fun, going out on dates, keeping it lighthearted, I mean, whatever. I'm not telling you to keep it lighthearted. I'm just saying, if you want to go have fun, go have fun. And here's where I keep it real. When I was in my own solo vacation, I did have, I don't know, I keep referring to this person as another SP, like an SP2. But we can call it BBL. It's either or. I just out of habit keep calling this person SP2. But SP, I was never pursuing this person. So, well, I guess it's BBL, right? And I did try to have fun with this person. But I will not lie to you. I have mentioned this in live streams. I was not able to entertain. I was not able to continue talking to that person. I definitely was not interested in having any, mushy gush. There was none of that. Okay. Nope. No kissing and touching and loving. None of that with this BBL or this SP2. No, I couldn't. I could not. I did not enjoy it at all. And it's nothing to do with that person. So I mean, no ill will to them. It's not their fault. I was heavily in love with I still am in love with my specific person. And all that person did was remind me that I was not with my person and I was struggling with it. And it got to a point where I'm like, I am having a difficult time staying on my game with this person in my picture. And I know that sounds terrible, mean, but I didn't mean, it wasn't coming from a mean place. It's just, I did not have peace with it. So I understand why it may feel a little weird to you because it's not the person you're manifesting. So it's always a personal option what you do with the BBLs that pop up. It's your choice what you do. And you're not wrong for either choice. I just want you to know that if you want to entertain and have fun with this person, go right ahead. I know plenty of people who do this. And if you're like me and it just is it's not an enjoyable experience, it's causing you to consistently think of missing your person. And come on, we're manifesting. Yes, it's normal to miss your person when you are in a quiet time, but we want to get our thoughts in the other direction, right? And I was so hyper aware of that it got to a point where it was stressing me out because I began so concerned because at that point I was really working on maintaining a new state, right? And this, in my opinion, was punching me out of that state. And no, the answer was just no. And I had to politely say, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I have feelings for this person and I don't see them going away anytime soon. So I had to let that person go. So it's a personal choice. No judges on whatever you choose. Now, as far as how to handle your 3D when you're manifesting your SP and you're in quiet time. So number one is, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by handling your 3D. What I would be doing is staying on the manifestation game, honestly. As far as this, maybe you're asking me that if you dared to entertain or have fun with this person, is it going to mess your manifestation up? And the answer to that is no, it's not. No matter what anybody tells you, you cannot mess up your manifestations. Don't listen to anybody who tells you that you could mess them up. Use my Amazon analogy when you are fearing that could happen, because it's just not true. Just not true. And by my Amazon analogy, if you don't know what that is, what I like to say is when you are on your game, on your manifestation game, you are embodying the state. And there's multiple states, so there doesn't always have to be the state. It's just the way I'm saying it, okay? If you were actively working on shifting your state and you're on your manifestation game, right? Because they go hand in hand. Your Amazon van, which is housing your SP in the back of it, is getting all the green lights at the intersections. And when you fall off your manifestation game and start thinking some not so great thoughts, you know you're not in a pleasurable state, you give that Amazon van a yellow light. You start slowing things down. And once we officially spiral and go on for days and days and days, you give it a red light. It's stopped. But by stop, I don't mean it stopped coming to you. I mean, honey, it's stuck at a red light, okay? It ain't doing a U-turn. It ain't going right or left. It's still coming to you. Get back on your manifestation game so that we can get the green light. See what I'm saying? So you can never mess anything up. Don't believe that, and definitely don't live in fear of that. Okay? Hopefully that answered your question. Misty Parker, thank you very much. And yours has no question. So thank you very much for the super chat. I hope you didn't have a question and then you weren't able to do it, because I'm going to feel bad for you. But thank you. Giddy Landau. Is it Landau? Landau? Did I say right? Landau? It's Landau, isn't it? Love it. Thank you very much. Hi. My friend recently died and I'm taking it very hard. How do I get back on the game? The grid ring got really bad that I got physically sick from it. How can I get out of it? Any tips? Okay. First of all, I'm very, 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 very sorry to hear about the passing of your friend. Listen, you are mourning. You are mourning. You just lost someone very important to you. So I understand how you're feeling, and please don't be hard on yourself. Don't put an expectation on yourself while you are in the midst of this loss. You have lost a near and dear person to you. It is normal to fall off our game a little bit during a time like that. And what I will tell you is you're not losing progress. You haven't lost momentum. Nothing is being ruined out here in manifestation land because you're having a moment. This is one of those, what I would call, it's okay kind of moment to be off your game. You know, the death of a friend is not something that you have to worry that because you're dealing with it, you're in mourning. That is not a time for you to beat yourself up for falling off your manifestation game. So please take as much time as you need. And I truly mean that. Don't rush yourself either. Allow yourself to process through your feelings. That's totally normal, totally healthy. You're not doing anything wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Please don't. Please don't. I promise you're not losing momentum. You're not slowing things down because you're taking some time. And I'm sorry, very, very sorry for your loss. As far as getting back on your game, you get back on your game when you're ready. And you will know when you are. And you know what? You might be ready, or you might wake up one morning and think you're ready. And as the day passes, you may start missing your friend again and might fall backwards a little bit, fall off your game. And so what? So what? You be easy on yourself. You take time. It's okay. It is very normal to start getting back on your game and then falling right back off again. Totally normal. You be easy on yourself. You give yourself some grace. This is the whole reason why I tell you guys as much as possible, you don't have to be perfect to manifest. You don't. And it's okay if you fall off. It's okay. But right now, your only concern is taking care of yourself. Let yourself heal a little. Your manifestation ain't going nowhere. It's not. You haven't lost momentum, and you are going to pick back up right where you left off. I promise you that, because it worked for me. And I cried every goddamn day. And mine was just a solo vacation. I cried every day, not an exaggeration. I was a mess, okay? I had to pick myself up every day. Every day I was doing that and falling back down and upset because I felt so separate, even though we are not. I tried to be easy on myself. It wasn't easy. I had high expectations for myself. And guess what? I got my person back. It didn't take 100 million years. You're not losing momentum. Please don't fear that, because it's not true. Okay? All right, the grieving got really bad that I got physically sick. But listen, you have experienced a traumatic event. The passing of a loved one is traumatic. I think you're being tough on yourself. And to be honest, some people, not that I'm a doctor, but let me just say this. I know that when I cry a lot, and especially if I am very, very, very shakenly upset about something, makes me sick to my stomach too. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you why you're feeling that way, but I will tell you, don't be hard on yourself. Be easy on yourself. And I don't know how you feel about what happens to us when we pass, but my belief is it's not so much that we pass, we leave this earth, and that we're just gone. I don't think that at all. I think we level up, and I really, really mean that. I kind of see it like graduating from high school. The 3D life, this 3D world we are in is like high school. And when we finally graduate and get out of high school, I think that's what happens when we pass. But we graduate, we level up to the place where I think they are still among us. It's just we haven't graduated yet, so we cannot perceive them or see them with our eyes. But why do people have experiences, ghostly experiences? And I don't mean like terrible hauntings, although people have experienced that too, and I don't think they're lying. One of my favorite channels is Miss Brittany Crabb, and she's had some interesting experiences. But aside from that, why do you think that happens? I think it's because they can still communicate with us. It's just we aren't perceiving them. So your friend's with you. So listen, we all are one consciousness, all of us, whether we've passed or whether we're still here in the 3D world. So your friend's still with you. Talk to him or her. Please be easy on yourself. Take as much time as you need to heal. Don't rush things. Don't rush it. Take as much time as possible. Okay? I'm really, really sorry for what you're going through. It will get better, but be easy on yourself. Next up is Amy F. Amy F, one of my channel members. Thank you very much. I have been doing my nightly and daily affirming of being in the ideal reality, as well as running down my list. I'm in the Sabbath. Thanks, lady. Love you. And I love you too. And well done. Well done. That's a girl who doesn't give up. And that's why I'm fucking proud of you. I'm proud to know you. You persist through any experiences you've been through. You always persist. Notice I'm not even calling them circumstances. They're experiences, because you tend to handle them like a charm. And that's why I'm not worried about you. You're going to be fine. You are a tough chick, and I love every second of it. Well done, Amy. I love you. Misty Parker, you did have a super chat. I am so sorry that didn't work for you. Thank you so much for the second one. Love you, Kim. Love you too. Did you know that my very first dog was named Misty? And I hope that doesn't offend you, saying that in animals. I mean, listen, I love my dogs. Even the ones that have passed are still my babies, okay? My dogs are like my children, so that was meant as a nice thing. I love that name, Misty. Anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts on 3D and 4D. I am the producer of my own TV show. The 3D is the current show on TV. The 4D is the new season about to come out. Misty Parker, that is the best analogy on the 3D and 4D I think I have ever heard. Not kidding. And obviously I've been in the manifestation world a bit of time, long before my channel, okay? That is the best analogy I have ever heard. I will give you credit for it, but you're going to hear me talking about it from this point on. I'm going to relate it to that. Thank you very much, Misty. Let's say it again. The 3D is the current show on TV. Your 4D, what you're doing up here, is the new season about to come out. So just like Netflix, when we release all the shows all at once, we've already watched all the shows. That's why we don't need to watch the 3D anymore. We're keeping our eyes on that 4D while we're busy creating the new season. That's why we focus up here. Misty Parker, that is the best damn analogy ever. Thank you. And I will give you credit for it, but you're going to hear me talking about it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a damn good one. Aria Lennon, thank you very much. My SP said he can't come visit me this month, even though he was going to. How do I revise this? Should I act as if he is here? Well, as far as revision, I would go back to the very moment that he told you that he wasn't coming or can't come, and I would revise it. And obviously we revise and we say things to our benefit. So if you're going to use my scripting method, then I would be writing down that moment. And instead of him saying he can't come, have him saying, I am so excited to come and spend all this time with you. I've been longing to be with you. Make it benefit you. You're going to reread it several times a day for a week. If after a week, it's not the dominant thought in your mind in regards to the original moment, you're going to read it for another week. Then, once it is your dominant thought, and you'll know because it will pop up in your mind first, that's when you can stop reading it and chill, relax, let the 3D catch up, and it will. And as far as should I act as if he is here, I'm going to keep it 100%. I am not someone that necessarily, let me say it like this. I am not someone who like fakes living things in the 3D. Now, what I mean by that is like actionable things in the 3D. Maybe in my mind, I'm seeing myself as the version of myself who has all the things I'm manifesting. Yes, in my mind, I am doing that. But over here, in the 3D, I am not like leaving room in my closet. I use that because that's one of the most popular examples I hear. I don't leave room in my closet for the SP. I'm not leaving room in my bed for his ass. I've never done anything like that. However, I do not judge anybody who does those things because I am someone who says, listen, if you like doing it and it makes you feel like things are going to manifest because you're doing it, feel free. I have nothing against placebos, and that's what it is. It's a placebo. But honestly, I like to affirm, script, visualize in past tense as if something's already happened or at minimum present tense. It's just my choice. You don't have to do that. Nothing wrong with future tense. It's just my go-to. So I know whilst revising that, I would be in my mind if I was going to affirm, I would be affirming that the time already went by and I would talk as if we had an amazing time. He told me he loved me, can't get enough of me, all the things we're longing to hear. So I know I would be doing that if I was affirming or scripting. So if it would bring you comfort to pretend that he's here, that's on you. That's more of a placebo. But the idea is to keep it up here, meaning focus on your 4D. See you two spending that time together, having him say all the things that you're desiring. That's what I would do. That's how I would handle it. Autumn, thank you very much. I struggle with how much I was a hot mess express when I was with SP. He's been with 3P longer than we were together and seems so happy, but he has my heart. I'm hung up on the how we can make up. All right. You're being too hard on yourself. You're being too hard on yourself. How you were in the past. I love that you're acknowledging and you're owning up to that, but there's no point in beating yourself up for it. If it's really, really troubling you, and if there are specific experiences that went down, revise them. If not, I would be affirming that he's always a forgiving man. He always forgives and forgets. He holds nothing against you. I would be affirming or scripting that. But if it's really bugging you, revise. Now, as far as the how. The how is not your responsibility. Your subconscious, your God power, right? Your God connection doesn't need your help bringing about the manifestation. The only help it wants from you is you getting yourself into the state of the version of yourself who already has this manifestation, or at minimum has the belief that it's possible. The how doesn't matter. Okay? The how doesn't matter. I know that you're seeing your SP happy and whatnot with that person, but you have no idea what is going on behind closed doors. You have no idea. And how you're seeing your SP, I don't know if it's like if you see them at work or you see them at school, but I hope it's not from frickin' social media. You better not be on social media. But either than that, you have no idea what's going on. If you're staying on your manifestation game, period, and you're not wavering by what you see in that 3D, trust me, things are not always roses. Okay, not always roses. Don't create that assumption in your reality. Remind yourself of who you are. You are feeling separated from your person, and that's not the case. Okay? Remind yourself of who the hell you are and what you have within you. Your desires are coming from your God, your source energy, whatever you resonate with, but that's where it's coming from, meaning you're allowed to have it. You're allowed to experience it. Stop being hard on yourself. Stop worrying about the how. It's not your job. Your job is to keep your focus on maintaining the state of the woman who has her desires. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. Stop believing that just because someone's smiling all happy in a picture, that they're really happy behind the scenes. Because we all know there's been enough times where we've seen either celebrities or like reality stars who post pictures and shit like that, and it turns out they were miserable motherfuckers the entire time. We all know people fake shit. People put their best on social media. Clearly, except for me. But we know this. So don't fall prey to that. Stop creating that assumption. Okay? I'm going to end it on autumn, and tomorrow I will post the part 2 of the May 21st Super Chats. Okay? It's because there were 16 of them. There were 16. So, and you know me, I top my balls off, so I didn't want to make a super long video. This is long enough. Hopefully the next one won't be as long. But part 2 will be up tomorrow. It's already, well, I'm going to keep recording. I was about to say it's already recorded. But by the time you watch this video, I will have already recorded it. So it will be up tomorrow. I'm going to record it all in one shot. You know what I'm saying? All right. And on that note, be good. Thank you so much for the, as always, very much generous super chats. I am obviously highly appreciative of them. And hence why I go out of my way to try to make sure I get them answered. If I can't do it in the live stream, I do come back and answer them. Okay? And on that note, did you see that? I saw that. We were just talking about ghosts. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you all. Be good. What state are you embodying right now? That's what I want to know. What state are you in right now?